What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video we have a recap of Guild Wars. Our first Guild Wars was over the weekend. Let me know how your guild did in the war. Mine came out on top, the strongest guild. I'm gonna go over our matches, some good things about this game mode, some bad things about this game mode. First match, we got the brackets, right? We got the quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. It was first two rounds on Saturday, last two rounds on Sunday. My guild right here is SSR. We went up against, I believe this is like a Russian guild or something. It's got some weird lettering. First round, they didn't even show up. They only had one person from their guild show up. We had about, I think it was like 20 some people. They had one. I mean, it was a no contest, easy win, kind of stupid. And I was kind of going through the matches and like taking a look at the scores, and I noticed that like a lot of the first rounders were just insta wins. Like one guild showed up and another guild didn't, which is kind of sad. I mean, the game's only been out for what, a week? And this is supposed to be the top 16 guilds, and a lot of these guilds were just no-shows for a big event, big PvP event. Just kind of sad. Our next opponents was Brazil SOBR. Again, it was like a no-show. They had like one or two people show up. It was a joke. Same thing happened again. So I was like, all right, okay. So then we go to the third round on Sunday, and ironically, we go up against Void, the guild that I got kicked out of day one because I went to sleep. How ironic. So I got some revenge on the old guild that was not good to me, and we smashed them to bits and pieces. They actually did have a little bit of a turnout, but it was just not enough. So that brings us to the big finals, which we kind of obviously knew this was going to happen. I mean, the final four were literally the top four strongest guilds in the server: SSR, Void, Tempest, and Latin Gred. So it was kind of obvious. We knew that was going to happen. So then Tempest won. So it was Tempest versus SSR, the #1 guild and the #2 guild in the server. And let me tell you, it was a battle. It was extremely fun, to say the least. It started off kind of scary because they actually had a lot more participants than us. They were up about 5 or 6 members on us. I think it was like 6 members. We had like, what do we have? We had like 20 or 21, and they had almost like close to 30 people. I think they had like 28 people participate or something like that. They had a lot of participation compared to my guild that I'm in. So I was like, oh man, I thought we were doomed. I was like, oh, there's no way we're gonna win. They got so many more members participating. And it actually worked out. We actually won. So what we did was we went ahead and we had our strongest players actually spread out instead of sending everyone to one area. And the other thing that I noticed was dust over here. It is a lot easier to hold one of these flag areas than to try and capture it. Because when you're already holding it, you just kind of gotta like sit there and camp, while as the opponent has to come in, and you can kind of see them on the map coming in, which angle they're coming in from. So definitely like that first like 20-30 seconds is very, very crucial. You want to just get out there and try and get that initial cap, because once you get that initial cap, it is much more easier to hold the flag area than it is to try and take it back from the opponent. So by spreading out our top 3 strongest people in our guild, it helps the other players kind of support them. So instead of just having everyone in one area, we had one of our best on the left pole, one of our best on the right side, and then one of our strongest on the middle, and then all the other players were kind of supporting them. Let me tell you, I switched over and I was doing my style for tank because I'm a warrior class. Man, I was holding down the middle like nothing. Like it was, oh man, I was so tanky. It was amazing. Stuff like that is really good for game modes. Like if you're a warrior and you switch to tank class, you can hold down those flags pretty well. Same thing with the mage. If you switch over to the healing style, you can really help out your teammates, especially like if you're a free to play or not a strong player, you know, and you're a mage, you can support your stronger players by either like tanking or healing, stuff like that. And also what we also did was have the weaker players go and capture those little crystals that are around the map. That should be a big priority. Also to note though, I believe that Tempest said that their strongest player actually wasn't online and he did not participate in the event, which is kind of a bummer. So they didn't have like their big heavy hitter, their big pay to win guy, which kind of sucks for them, because I think if they had that guy, it definitely would have been more interesting. But we got this really cool, absolutely amazing title. It says the top guild, and we actually get a percentage bonus to all our stats, which is absolutely amazing. Now we hold the title for 7 days. So then next weekend there'll be another Guild Wars and we will lose the title unless we win this again. So it's pretty cool. It's like a week title if you win it, and you got to keep winning every week if you want to hold that title. Otherwise you're going to lose the title. So that's another thing that kind of sucks, is like if we don't win the title again next weekend, we're going to lose it, and we're going to lose that 3% increase on all of our stats. So our battle power is going to drop like significantly next weekend if we can't win again. I definitely think next weekend's going to be even like harder, because Tempest, man, they want it. They want to win bad, and it's going to be crazy. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a recap of this. I think it's an absolutely amazing game mode. The only problem is participation. Like these other guilds just didn't participate to make it fun. So honestly, it was really just a top 4. I mean, the first 2 rounds we didn't even really need to play, because the first 2 rounds none of the other guilds that we faced showed up, and it was like that for all of the other ones. I noticed. I would like to see this with cross servers. So if they could do this with cross servers and have like the top maybe 2 or 3 guilds from each server in a bracket like this, I think it would be a lot better, just because it sucks when you have all these dead guilds, or these guilds that just people are casuals, and like this isn't like a casual game mode. This is for someone who wants to be competitive, and that's the problem. Like with 16 guilds, there's not that many people that want to play competitively. All the people that want to play competitively are in like the top 3, top 4 guilds. So that's the only downside. But I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe, my friends. I'll see y'all later. Peace.